the Praeter episode 1. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website. And I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Alright. And from the 7-second mark, in case those of you are curious. Gotta admit, as far as anime CG goes, it actually looks pretty nice. Jeez. It kind of makes me feel bad for the ones that have to live inside there. Whoa! I'm gonna assume that... Oh, well... Oh, I thought for a second this dude was gonna actually bite the boat. Whew! Haha! Wait, I wonder what it means by had its hero. Did that man with the guns actually die? It's actually a shocker considering how shitty things look with like the explosions and all that from the far away shots. God, I mean, those backgrounds, they look good! Holy! No, I'm serious. Like, some of them even look ultra hyper realistic right there. Oh, that's sweet. Actually, like how at least him has already got nice selfish personality traits. Although I know they're saying it's tough making a living in B1. But I don't know if it can look that rough because everything looks clean. Their clothing looks clean. The kitchen looks clean. I mean, hell! I don't know about Japan, but I know in the US, that place looks cleaner than some of the military homes in the US that we're talking about. You even got some decorations, framed photos and all that. I just feel like for that scene to have had more effect, I think that house should have looked a little bit more rustic. Like, it looks beautiful! But just what they're saying. Now, this is the type of love living that actually fits in with what's... Oh, snap. Holy! Oh, wow. And that's what I think of when I think of rough living. The rustic backgrounds, some nice grit, dimmer colors. That right there is what I think of. Can he really guarantee that, though? Who knows if they're gonna pursue the child viciously? Oh, okay. I was kind of getting worried for a sec that he wasn't going to be on their side. I thought something happened to Asia concerning the fact that he said that when it comes to, like, the hero, he implied that he disappeared or something. Huh? Oh my. Good thing they've I actually like them actually trying to get the upper hand by affecting AG's visibility to try to get the upper hand on him. And concerning the fact that an earlier scene has established that it's possible to block bullets with some kind of mysterious ability. I mean, I hope our boy has some backup. I mean, hey. If it did, it utterly worked. Okay, if he wanted to rescue the kid, then why didn't he start out with that AG instead of going for like this epic looking fight? I mean, don't get me wrong, the fight looked cool, but damn, it would have probably made things easier on himself. Yeah, that is a good point. Hmm. I wonder if he's going to show up again. No, he's going to because he had a really well defined character design. I understand him saying that he has to be choosy, but in him facing AG, our main boy is going to be able to actually realize how much he stacks up against the strongest opposition in the series. So I think it's going to do a lot of good for him in the long run, if you ask me personally. Oh, hello, animated OG. Yeah, I'm excited for Jutsu Kaisen's new OP and EDs too. I mean, for him to survive a lot of tense situations, he would have to be. Wait! So he's not a lone wolf solo act? And one of his fellow Helios members, I mean, I'm going to assume that they're not on the same strength level as him, but I wonder how much would they stack up to EG from an overall power standpoint. And a shame that they don't have customers because the place looks fancy as hell, if I'm being perfectly honest. Imagine he makes him something fancy regardless. Because, like, no, that's the thing. Everything in this series looks fancy as hell. Everyone looks stylistically cool. Even the fucking books look stylistic as fuck. Yo, that is some beautiful looking CG blue flames right there. Damn. And even the bricks too in the background. Hmm. Alright, at least now we know how they actually affect the special lord. And I like how the brother said he wasn't going to make anything fancy, yet the meal looks fancy as fuck, regardless. I fucking knew it! But you know what? I like that personality bit right there. I mean, hey, you know what they say, curiosity kills the cat. I do like how even though when he talked with his brother, there was like an antagonistic tone, but I like how there shows you that Eiji's brother does have absolute confidence in his strength. That's actually pretty darn cool right there. A nice bit of characterization. Dang, I love me some ambitious fellows. All right. Okay, that's actually a shocker. But in Eiji making commitments without consulting anyone else, that's probably why he's got that tendency to help out other people, though, due to that. Finally, we at least learn the name of the, at least of one of the groups that's going to be opposition for them, at the very least. Huh. I'm assuming it's going to be sound like more like a personal favor. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm pumped up. I don't mind seeing more action one bit. I love how when even he's walking, the walk just looks swaggerific as hell, too. And with style. Okay, I mean, what the fuck is up with their aim? Because the previous fight scene between Eiji and that involved Eiji, it had a better choreography because you saw bullets land on Eiji in his opposition, and they were using some kind of magical ability to block the bullets. Here, when you saw Eiji's brother dodge the bullets, it felt like the soldiers were purposely shooting at areas where they weren't around, and the bullets were just pointlessly missing. So choreography in this episode, animation itself is beautiful and the artwork is beautiful, but choreography is hit and miss so far. Because sometimes it looks like awesome, gruesome action. Other times, it looks like characters are dancing around with their guns and their abilities. I mean, hey, he's a man of great taste. Oh, man. Oh, damn. Seems like a hard ass, this chick. Give me those vibes. Oh! Uh-huh. Sure, sure. I love how it completely changes the tone once the chick showed up. Oh. Unless they're feeling completely outmatched and it's like a last resort. I agree with the animated Doji. Yeah, actually, yeah, Scar in the Praeter has had some cool moments, I ain't gonna lie. Here, the choreography looks better because Eiji actually looks like he's dodging the bullets. Like, here's the difference. Here it looks like he's actually trying to avoid the gunfire. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to like choreography. Ha! Damn! He made that guy look like a fool. He didn't even stare. He just shot him. But like from like behind. Jeez. That's like one of the most savage ways of dying. Huh. I like how he looks at it as a party, but eh. That's a nice way of giving us some more characterization, just seeing as full-on self-confidence. Oh, no, 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 no. Whew. Okay, I thought something bad was about to happen to AG for a second. I mean, this man was about to be sliced by the blade, though. I mean, hey, if they both survive, then he can't be called a baka anymore, though. Oh, man, I was actually hoping to get to see some teamwork. Oh, wait, that looks like a sniper gun. Yeah! Holy fuck! Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I wonder if that... Okay, hopefully that magic bullet doesn't have any, like, poisonous properties, though. Oh, fuck. Okay, good, good, good. At least that explains the rationale as to why he didn't just straight up run and duck for cover. Hmm. And I feel so bad for the little brother because he's probably gonna deep down regret running away. Hmm. I mean, on the plus side, though, the little brother that seems smart enough, so hopefully he'll be able to fend off on his own. Oh, what? He's gonna cauterize the wound, or is he gonna do life force transfer? Okay, it looks like he's gonna transfer his ability. Yeah, because we see the Cerberus thing disappear from his hand. At least the tattoo. Yeah, AG's not gonna come back out of there alive. Eesh. Oh, damn it. I want to see what's going to happen next. But no, I have a bad feeling, though, when it comes to AG. Because I don't think they'd have that much emotional music, and I don't think they would have emphasized the Cerberus and his hand disappearing if he wasn't going to die. I wonder if Frenier was the one that shot the bullet, but... The fuck, he wasn't even able to put up a fight. Jeez. Hey, those uniforms kind of remind me of the uniforms that the Blue Clan wore in the anime series K, also done by Studio Gohans. Just gives me some of those vibes. Most of the animes I'm watching have some pretty darn cool, funny moments. Doesn't matter which one. Although, why do I get the feeling the public security's forces in this series are on that? Yeah, it's transferred in right into his hand. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Now, poor Eiji made the ultimate sacrifice. Aww. Oh, he's alive! Yes! Oh, don't tell me he's all dead. Oh, okay, good. I thought he was gonna be dead, just standing up all badass style. But no, he's probably gonna die though from blood loss. Or not! Oh man, that feels like a death lag. Smoking cigs, right after big. Yeah, our boy knows. Damn, Skylar looks absolutely beautiful. Jeez. You should already know he got transferred into him. Well, yeah, makes sense. Now he has to live up to Eiji's legacy. He's gonna have to. Oh. Aww. No, let's just hope it's temporary wrestle, not permanent. Oh, it does look permanent. With all the things in Eiji's play, I'm not gonna blame him for not moving it. Dang, that was rough right there. I gotta admit that was a badass start to a series, Joe. All right, at least we get to see more of the brotherly bond in this week's episode. Oh yeah, I mean I'm not gonna blame Eiji's brother for being pissed at our main Praeter. I mean, even though he doesn't deserve any blame, I mean it was just the hand that was dealt to them. No matter what, the bodies were gonna drop. Doesn't matter what was gonna happen. Now, as for what I feel about Scar on the Praeter, I thought it was actually good. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting because usually when it comes to like Gohan animated series, Gohan doesn't have exactly the best track record of having series with the Genji writing. They have a track record of making really darn good visuals, but that's it. Usually, though, the scripts leave more to be desired. Thankfully, though, here, I think it had it all. For one, I feel like its main protagonist, Kai, was actually pretty likable. I actually like him. How, for one, he's a man that likes to pay his debts because he wanted to try and help out Eiji, even though it would have been more safer for him to run away. And on top of that, I gotta say, I do love the fact that when it comes to this series, even though Iji was only introduced for one episode, it thought it was really darn impactful with it starting out with him taking the gunshot so that Kai and his brother aren't hurt at the very start. So that when he finally figuratively hit the bullet, and literally, it was a sad death. So they did a good job of making me feel sympathy for him. Only because now we're going to see how the death of Iji is going to have huge ramifications. And also, since we saw how much Iji hit it off pretty well with his younger brother, it's only going to make it sadder to see how, not just how Kai's going to react, but how his brother's going to react too. So that's pretty darn cool. That's why I thought it did pretty well for itself from character standpoint. And even like some of those nice comedic sequences, like when the glasses blonde anime fan was watching anime. But then once the serious looking lady showed up, he got into the line and he started paying attention. I'm like, oh, this dude. But hey, we've all been there though. Not to say it's happened to me, but I've seen cases where we're in a school where say someone's watching anime, then when the teacher shows up, they fucking put in the tabs of like school tabs, or they go back to pretending that they're actually paying attention to the lecture. It gave me those type of vibes. So there's a bit of relatable humor here and there too, and that's why I thought it did well for itself from a story standpoint. Because aside from having an impactful death, I thought it was pretty darn cool. Oh, as for Scar on the Praeter extra thick, this anime, at least from the start, it's pretty much about this series set up in this place called the Akatsuki Special Zone, which is a place in Tokyo that's pretty much lawless, where chaos occurs and all that. And essentially, from the first episode, it starts out by showing us this group called Helios, who's protected by this hero called Iji and his group. And eventually, parts ways in, they get towards some conflict in versus some opposing forces. And then I'm not gonna mention big spoilers, but then something happens towards the end. Well, actually, you know what? I can mention it. Parts ways in, Iji dies, which the for episode kind of does imply that. And so it ends up with Kai having to take up the mantle of protecting the Akatsuki Special Zone because he got to the Cerberus tattoo from Iji. And then I ended up on that note. And looks like the next episode is going to be a nice continuation on that. And yeah, that's about the abridged version of what the series is about. And aside from that, there's also this group called Artemis that tries to maintain control in the city. And there's multiple other groups opposing the forces of the main characters. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's about in like a abridged way. I'd say so far the start's pretty fun. Yeah, if you really dig deeply though, there are some flaws, but nothing offensive, super offensively bad though. Now, because in saying that, even though I really enjoyed this episode, there were some downsides. Like, when it was emphasized by Kai that he lives in rough conditions, I don't think it was the best idea for the series to be showing like the super clean house with like expensive looking furniture and expensive looking kitchens with like some frames and some nice looking vases. I'm like, come on, series. If you're gonna want me to believe that you live in an area that sucks, show off some dirtiness, some grit, not some fancy looking place as if you had some kind of like architect design the area, while then simultaneously looking as if they hired someone to do the decorations for them. Like, come on now. Like, there were certain bits like that in the episode that kind of make you take pause a little bit, where it looked like they were paying attention to detail, to some details here and there. But for the most part, I think it worked. And I mostly like what I saw in the series. And even though Iji died, I do like his selfish personality, where he gives up his life. He risks his body just to help protect the people weaker than him. I actually like that. And he was a man that actually cares about his legacy too, if it's for the sake of improving society too. When he even tells our boy Kai straight up that he has to protect the town now. He has to. So that's why I thought this episode had some nice emotional moments going towards it. And that's why I like the characters too. And now let me go on to the visuals. And you already know my thoughts about certain things in the visuals. For the most part, I thought it looked great. But there were some instances where the CGI backgrounds looked so darn detailed, it did contrast with the 2D drawings sometimes. Which, don't get me wrong, the 2D drawings were absolutely amazing, but damn! The CG backgrounds had so much detail, it felt like I'm like, this feels like it'd be perfect for a CG animated series where even like the CG models were animated, but since it's like 2D, it just feels like I'm like, There is such a thing as going a little bit too far when it comes to the CG rendering, but I only felt that way sometimes. Because other times, like when it had clouds with some CG effect flares, it looked great. Some of the trains, the Elysian train in the background, one of the sequences looked good. And then some of the housing looked great when you saw some CG. So there were moments where it looked good for the most part, but I do have to mention that though. And as for the 2D animation itself, gorgeous. Gohans, you have done a fantastic job. If there's anything that I never have doubts about, y'all, it is your 2D animation work. It looks gorgeous. It almost always pops. So for that, gotta give you absolute praise. And yeah, say for the most part, something else I also appreciate about the series too. Actually appreciate the fact that the art style looks nice because everyone has super detailed clothing. Feels like they can go through a freaking fashion model shoot with how detailed the clothing is because it looks good. I loved it. So those are some other positives about this series where if anyone wants to see characters that look great, this is the one. And yeah, those are as far as I go when it comes to my thoughts on the animation artwork. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the action choreography. Pretty much anything involving EG and Kai was good. Everything else involving some of the other side characters didn't look as good. But I'd say for the most part, the animation worked. I just hope that when there's action sequences in the future episodes, it looks, no, it already looks great. I just hope that it's directed a lot better so that it doesn't look like characters playing around sometimes, you know? Like when enemies shoot at the opposition, at the main characters, hope to see some of the bullets land or at the very least see the characters block it, you know? That's the only thing they really could have done better when it came to the directing because it was really noticeable sometimes. But other than that, for the most part, directing worked for me. And Sam, I'm actually excited for the second episode of the series because regardless of what I thought of some of the flaws, it had a lot more positives. And I'm excited for Back Arrow too. And if I were to rate this episode on a scale of, say, 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was actually one of the stronger premieres this season. And if it just fixes a few of those things I had issues with, I feel like the series could become one of the best animes of the season by far. Couldn't. I'm not saying it will, but the potential is there. And I'm not going to say it's going to achieve the potential because a lot of series start out with potential and they never really achieve and living up to that potential. Hopefully, though, this series can, though. Because I dig it. I dig its music. I dig the character designs. I dig some of the characters. And the voice performances are great. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. And before I go, I'd like to say thank you very much to Extra Thick and Animated Doji. Thank y'all so much for commenting on the live chat. And for everyone else, thank y'all so much for watching my video. Hope y'all subscribe if you do not want to miss my reaction to episode 2. Hope y'all share the video, rate it, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Bye-bye, everyone.